Hello YouTube, my name is Scott, and this is another edition of Just Got Around to Watching. This time around, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 1, Episode 3. Let's see what happened. Glimmer and Bow took Adora to Bright Moon, which from the outside kind of resembles Adora when she's in She-Ra form, which I thought was interesting. They attempt to smuggle her into the castle because nobody there wants to see a Horde soldier. But she sneaks out and tries to get the power working with a sword, and it seems like it's not working. But at one point, she transforms the horse that they found back at the village into an alicorn. If you didn't know, an alicorn, it's like a Pegasus mixed with a unicorn. So it can fly, and it has a horn, and it's probably magic. And this one in particular is named Swiftwind, which caused me to re-evaluate my assumptions, because I honestly thought the horse was female, but it turns out it's male. It's got beautiful rainbow hair and wings, though. It's really cool. Let's see. Swiftwind got chased away from Bright Moon by people who saw her in her Horde uniform, and wound up in the forest where she met a tiny old woman named Madame Raz, who thought she was someone named Mara. She followed Raz into the woods and discovered another First One's ruin that Madame Raz attempted to climb and fell off of, but not before somehow activating it and showing Adora glimpses of her past. Before any of this had time to kick in, though, Adora had to transform again, even though she was having problems before, to eliminate another small army of Horde soldiers who had captured Swiftwind. At around the same time, Catra was back at the Fright Zone, and her fellow soldiers were talking about She-Ra, but exaggerating, saying she was like 12 feet tall and decimating armies with nothing but her sword, although she did do that part. And for some reason, Catra didn't out Adora at all, even though she mentioned that she knew the princess's secret. But anyway, after all this happens, Adora got back on Swiftwind and flew back to Bright Moon, where she pledged her allegiance to the rebellion and to Glimmer's mother, the queen. I believe her name was Angela. Yeah. And the queen mentioned something about knowing about the legend of She-Ra, the legendary hero of the First Ones, who was destined to return and bring balance to Etheria. And that's more or less the end, except Catra was promoted to take Adora's place by Lord Hordak himself. So as far as this episode goes, it's kind of hitting home. The theme seems to be a battle between magic and technology. I mean, the Horde uses technology, the Rebellion seems to use magic, and has many princesses that are capable of magic. I don't know how good I felt about Adora suddenly becoming the Chosen One. But, I mean, Glimmer and Bow have taken to her. She's made new friends immediately, so it's good for her, you know? Really? The one thing I actually didn't like about this episode was the intro. We are 3 episodes in, and suddenly there's a theme song for the show, and an intro that shows characters that haven't been introduced on the show yet. I mean, if it was the first episode, an intro would make sense, like something that described what the show was and what was going on. But in this case, it just, like, stuck a bunch of new characters up on the screen, and we literally haven't seen any of them. Although I think, judging by the way they looked, most of them were princesses that I assume Adora will be introduced to at some point. I mean, why not save that until after they've been introduced, so you know who they are? All in all, I do think the show is progressing nicely. Again, I don't like the whole Chosen One vibe, or the fact that the screensaver on my Fire Stick is causing a glow on my face. But I've gone this far. I'm not going back and recording this again, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back tomorrow with a review of the next episode. Bye!